ShutterBug. Written by Iriley. Read to you by Evie is Evil. Chapter 27. Blinking out into an empty room, Peter gets a strong sense that this has happened before. Unfortunately, it has happened quite a bit in his life, but that doesn't matter now. What does matter is the fact that he's not chained down by anything and is unguarded, sitting in a chair. Odd and unsettling, but it works in his favor. Until the door creaks open, and a man with white hair and an eye patch walks in, his two-tone armor reflecting the dim light in Peter's direction.
"Welcome, Peter."
Peter lets a small smirk slip onto his face.
"I take it you're Slade?"
The man smiles and nods.
"Tara told you?"
Peter scoffs. "Heard it on the way down. Being drugged wasn't very nice, you know." The man holds a smile and offers Peter a hand. He doesn't take it, but the older man doesn't seem too bothered by it.
"I apologize for that, but I doubt you would have come willingly. You see, you've been of interest to me since that fighting ring. I couldn't just pass this chance by. You are much too like him to do that."
"And who would that be?" Peter eggs on.
"We can discuss that later. For now, why don't we give you a tour?"
Peter stands, but doesn't move forward. "How about you show me the way out?" The man laughs a bit.
"Why would I do that? You've only just arrived."
Peter looks around the room to spot any potential escape routes. While he may not have been restrained, he certainly wasn't given an all-access pass. The only door in or out of the room was behind Slade. There were a handful of small vents, but none Peter could fit through.
"Incredible. The second something doesn't go to plan, you look for an exit. Truly marvelous. Now that you've seen the only exit, you know you have to get past me to get out. Well now, let's get started."
Not liking the way he'd been studied, Peter tries to circle around. The man blocked his way through and followed him around again, never turning his back from the door. Peter has two options. One, he fights him and probably loses, maybe gets a good few hit-ins, but ultimately making him mad, or worse, excited. Two, he throws the man for a loop and jumps to the ceiling. This would out him as Spider-Man, if the man didn't know already with all his stalking. Since the man doesn't move until Peter does, he tries to step around before backing to the other side. The man doesn't falter and does the same.
"Choice two, then."
Crouching into a jump, Peter watches as the man tenses. Leaping onto the ceiling, Peter shoots forward towards the door.
"Fascinating."
The man extends a bow staff he pulled from his belt and swings it up at Peter, who is mid-lunge. Getting knocked to the floor, Peter rolls out of the way as the staff is swung at him again.
"How does that work, I wonder? You must be a meta."
The man speaks as he follows after Peter, who can only dodge the staff.
"Hey, whether you like them or not, you shouldn't call someone a meta. It's rude."
This gives the man a slight pause, which gave Peter the chance to back up a bit.
"What should I call you then? If not a meta, then?"
Peter shrugs as he continues to put distance between them.
"I don't know. Enhanced?"
The man nods and lunges forward, closing the distance Peter had put between them, letting go of the staff in favor of grabbing onto Peter's wrists. Whether he should be thankful he doesn't have his web shooters is up for debate. The man could have broken them with the grip he has on Peter.
"Either way, I think it's about time you start to fight. Otherwise, you may die."
The man lets go, pushing Peter back a few steps, and uses his foot to kick the staff back up into his hand. The man swings it down with more force than before. Peter's just able to get out of the way before it hits the ground, leaving a dent in the concrete floor it hit. Peter would have to fight. He doesn't have a choice. With Oliver. Waking up with a pounding headache, Oliver realizes he drank just a bit too much. He didn't see Peter when he left, but wanted to check in. Only problem was, he didn't have the kid's phone number. Calling the number for Gotham News, Oliver listens to it ring before a woman picks up.
Go for it, Jen. Hi, Jen. This is Oliver.
Which Oliver?
She sounded bored. Queen. Oliver Queen. I was just wondering if you'd heard from Peter. I didn't get the chance to talk to him before he left.
She's quiet for a moment.
He should have been back earlier today, but I haven't heard from him. Let me give him a call, and I'll call you back.
She hangs up before Oliver can give his thanks. A few minutes pass when he gets a call.
Hello?
It's Jen. He didn't answer. Must be sleeping in a hotel in Star City still. He's on his Thanksgiving break. Kid probably wanted to explore.
Despite her words, Oliver could tell she was a bit worried.
Yeah, must be. Thanks.
After a quick goodbye, Oliver sets his phone down.
I have a bad feeling about this.
With Peter. Lowering into a crouch, Peter lunges forward towards the man and pulls his arm back. The man catches his punch with one hand and a surprising strength.
Not bad form, but it could use some work.
He lets go of Peter's hand and spins on one foot to kick Peter's side. Unable to dodge, Peter tries to grab it, only to be sent to the ground by the move. Peter grunts as he rolls onto his back, feeling Slade's eyes on him as he gets back up.
Good.
It continues like that for another few rounds, before Peter is forced into a corner. Peter had managed to get a decent shot at the man, but was only met with more resistance. Slade was holding back.
I think that's enough for today. We'll start again tomorrow. For now, let's go on that tour,
Slade says, turning towards the door.
Yeah, right.
When Peter didn't move, the man stops, glancing at Peter.
I don't like repeating myself, Peter.
Peter glares.
And I don't like getting kidnapped.
The man hums and turns towards him again.
If you don't listen, I can't guarantee there won't be any punishments.
Peter raises an eyebrow.
Oh, yeah? And what makes you think I'm sticking around for that?
The man sighs before pressing a button on his wrist guard. A shock runs through his body, and it takes everything Peter has not to fall.
This is not enough, I see. Let's turn it up a bit, shall we?
Before Peter can respond, the shock becomes stronger, forcing him to the ground.
Ow!
Peter just manages to get out.
Simple, really. It's just a little something to let me keep you in line. A shock collar, if you will.
You have got to be kidding. Before he can finish the thought, another wave courses through his body.
Why don't you be a good boy and rest? You have a busy day tomorrow.
Peter grits his teeth and staggers up to his feet. The man sighs and reaches for his wrist again. Peter's too late to stop him.
Ah!
Falling down again, Peter hangs on for just a moment more.
We'll have to use that sooner than I thought. You truly are like him, my apprentice.
With those words, Peter's world fades to black. And that is the end of Chapter 27. Author's Notes. Go check out Memento Vere by Madison X. Cook to read about Dick and Celine's story. And reader's notes from me. Nothing much on this chapter. Short chapter. Nice refreshing after the last one I read, which was significantly longer. This one's actually really short now that I'm looking at the time. Oh, geez. Anyways, I hope you enjoy the story, and remember to check out everyone else's story, and Lovegood should be posting tomorrow. Thank you, and thanks for listening. Bye!